Preliminary lineup for March 9th. Um, I like it. I don't love it, but I like it a lot. I think it'll get in the green nonetheless. I don't think it's a losing lineup. Just want to quickly go over each pick and why I picked it. Russell Westbrook on a slate that's not too big. He can end up with the highest score point for the night, and just having him alone could be enough to get you into the green. So anytime Westbrook plays, I like to pick him unless he's like 13-5 playing against Dallas or a team like if he plays Miami for 13-5, I wouldn't pick him. You know what I mean? Certain teams I just wouldn't pick them for 13-5, but for 12-5 against San Antonio, we know that San Antonio gives it up to the guards. They might try to put Leonard on him. That's fine. That's just gonna get his assist numbers up because he's gonna pass it out. And I just love it. I love Russell Westbrook for tomorrow. Barbosa was like a late. If you saw when you see my big slate breakdown, he was a late value pick. The reason I'm picking Barbosa is because he's getting minutes in the 20s for the most part. And for 3K, he's been hitting in 3 out of the last 4 games. He hit 6 times value. Kind of remind me of Mahinmi. I don't think he's going to go off for 30 anything, but I just saw someone who can carry my team for 6 time value. His upside wouldn't be in the 30s, but if he used to get 25, for example, that's 8 times value. And that's what we want, right? So I ended up with Barbosa after everything else. Kawhi Leonard, similar to Westbrook, he can go off for 50s and 60s. They'll be going against each other. I think this is going to be the most interesting game for tomorrow. And if him and Westbrook both one put up 60 and one put up 70, that's already 130 points. And then these guys can take me into another 150, bring me around 280, and put me in the green. All right. John Lure, another pick that I came up with after some budgeting. Um, the reason I like John Lure here is because he has, I mean, his floor is not really. I don't really like iffy picks, and this is as much of a gamble as I would get. The reason I'm gambling it is because I had money left over after everything else, and he was someone to consider. In 2 games against Cleveland, he played 25 minutes, and he's averaging about a point per minute with 25 points. I'm assuming. Let's check it out. Let's see if Kevin Love was in those games. Okay, Pistons versus Cavs. What the heck is this? Come on, why is my computer? I think the video is converting. It's slowing down my computer. YouTube won't let me upload it in its purest form. So I have to break it down and convert it and then put it on YouTube. But anyway, in 2 games, Lure against the Cavs. This is really slowing down my computer. I think it's this. Let's get out of that. Um, oh come on. December 26th. I know Kevin Love played and Lure 13 and 4 is 19, 20, 25, mid 20 value, 27-ish, 26, 27. Played 27 minutes and Kevin Love played that game, right? Yep. Why did they start Richard Jefferson? Who was out? LeBron didn't play this game. LeBron James, I guess he got rested, so that makes sense. In the second game, which is November 18th, Lure, similar, 15 with 7 rebounds, a little under 25 points, which is okay for his price tomorrow. And he came off the bench. He didn't even start. They started Tobias Harris. So now he's starting, all right? In this game, LeBron and Kevin Love played. So I think he's pretty safe for the matchup and the history. So that's how I ended up with John Lure, and he has 30 upside in his game. He hasn't had it in 2 days, so if he's due and he hit it tomorrow, that'll be huge. All right, every 3 or 4 games he hits the 30s, and sometimes he does it back to back. So I'm hopeful that he can do that tomorrow. That will really help this good lineup, right? Steven Adams is way too cheap. He kind of 4,500 for Steven Adams, who's averaging his season average. Okay, is 6 time value for that. His last 10 is not great. Why? Because he had a very bad matchup against Portland. Um, but before that, 28, 26. These prices I will take for 4,500. So if he can give me that, I'll take it. In the one game he played these guys, he put up 37 points. All right, and 45 is in his realm. So his floor for that price is okay. I think it's a steal. I'm running with Steven Adams for 4,500 tomorrow. Mike Conley is probably my biggest how can I put it? My biggest risk tomorrow. And the reason I'm taking is because in 3 games, which is a decent sample size, he played 37 minutes and he's averaging 52 against this team, okay? I mentioned Rubio last night and I got comments like, "Oh, Chris Paul defense, you're not worried?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not worried about it." Rubio is similar to Conley. They look for the assist before their shot. They play similar games. Clippers on the back to back. They're tired. They just lost. And did they lose? I'm not sure. I think they won. Nonetheless, I don't care. I like Conley tomorrow. When I'm an analytic kind of guy, when a guy showed his consistency about a specific team, not to mention in the last one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, in the last 10 games, 70% of the time he's been hitting value for his price. So Conley, I like with $200. If I was to go up on Conley, I will end up with a Mark Gasol. I'm not gonna do that. McCollum, I don't want it. I like Conley. I'm gonna stick to it. D'Angelo Russell may be a better pick. He's gonna be very chalky against a bad Phoenix team. I'm gonna leave it alone. Andre Roberson fit in again for budget purposes. Although he can go off for 30s, he doesn't really. He really settles out in the mid teens. Tomorrow he's gonna play minutes in the high 30s because he's gonna be guarding Kawhi Leonard. They're gonna need his defense, and I'm optimistic that he'll get back in the 20s. He's home. We know that he does better at home. He averages 22 at home. If he gives me 22 tomorrow, even just 20, 18, 19, I'll take it. So Robinson has a steady floor. On the season, he's averaging 19, which is about 6 time value. So I like him for that. Ish Smith, the reason I like Ish Smith is because Ish Smith has not hit 30 for 2 games now. Not to mention that Reggie Jackson just gave us like 20 fantasy points. He sucked. Cleveland is a very good matchup against the point guard. So even coming off the bench, if he gets 25 minutes or so, which he has been getting, give or take, in a back to back, when the coach is fed up with Reggie Jackson as much as I'm fed up with Reggie Jackson, I like Ish Smith tomorrow. If it's one person that I would change, it's Ish Smith only because he's a bench person. I don't like to roster bench people. But I think do it with confidence. You know, a Tristan Thompson for Ish Smith swap may not be a bad idea. We know Tristan Thompson has a similar floor to Ish Smith and a similar ceiling. For 27 minutes in 2 games, he put up 29.5. Um, I'm not afraid to play people against Drummond. I see people go off against Drummond. Who did Drummond play today? Drummond played Chicago. I want to see the game from today. Drummond will get you a bunch of rebounds and he can score and probably some blocks. He's a big guy and that's something that should be expected from Drummond. But I'm not afraid to play players against him, and this might be a swap. Ish Smith for Tristan Thompson. If later when I wake up tomorrow and I feel better about it, that just might be something I do. But right now, I like Ish Smith more. I don't know why. This is why he has Upsides for 39 and 40, and the guard position against Cleveland is what you want to target. I think tomorrow is one of those days where he can get you right back up into that area. Detroit today, just want to see. Oh, Miles Turner, if I was paying attention by halftime, I think he was in the fire when I looked at my app. So don't be hesitant to put someone against Drummond, especially a team that's rested, playing a team that's coming on a back to back. You want to go with the rested team. Drummond, like I said, he'll do his double double and still won't hit value. I don't really like him. CJ or Miles Turner, 6 and 6, 12, 17, 18, 19, 27. If I get that out of Tristan Thompson or Ish Smith, I'm fine. Either one are good plays, but for right now, I'm going to leave Ish Smith. And that's my lineup. Um, Comment, let me know how you feel about it. Also note that I'm going to be doing a Lakers Phoenix stack lineup as well. And I'm going to play two lineups tomorrow. I'm not going to bet a lot of money tomorrow. I'm not going to do the big $27 and $33 tournaments. I just don't feel like this is the slate for that. But I'll do the lower tournaments and all the one entry lineups on the lineup that I feel is better tomorrow. So look for my Phoenix Lakers stack lineup. Look for my pre-lock lineup. And I'm off to bed. I'll see you guys.